Hello YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Seek Lap Guides. My name is Sir Foch, and today we're taking the Lamborghini Huracan EVO2 around the Cota, one of the American DLC tracks. So let's get the bad news out of the way. The Lambo is very heavy here. It feels heavy, and it is heavy. The VLP really isn't favorable, and this is one of the first real tracks where that is the case, and you can really feel it. The car really doesn't like the extra weight at all. It brakes poorly, it accelerates poorly. The Sector 2 is pretty good still though, but overall the lap times are not that great for the Lambo here. The good news is Cota is still pretty tricky track, so if you're driving in a more of an entry or mid-level, a lot of people really struggle to learn this track and learn to go fast here, so you can still do relatively well. But if you had to pick any car, I would almost pick any competitive meta car over the Lambo here. Not only it just isn't very fast, it also doesn't really feel that great to drive with the subpar braking and the very big lack of straight line speed. It's just not the easiest car to drive around here. Another thing that you might notice is that most of the left-handed apexes you just cannot see in this car because of the left A-pillar being massively in the way, so that's another thing to go into that downside list for the Lambo. A lot of the brake markers also here are really hard to describe. I'll try to do my best, but a lot of them just come with experience. We'll take the lap a bit slower than we would on the hot lap, and then you'll see the real lines in the hot lap. Turn 1 is nothing special. We're braking before the 100-meter line, which is on the uphill slope, braking quite a bit before, like a car length or so. There's quite a big bump on the inside, so the best line there will depend on your entry really a lot. So for the S's, we take the first one flat out, we lift for the second one, and then we brake for the third one. Braking a little bit for this one to get a decent exit. A little tap on the brakes here to get the car rotating, and braking here quite a lot to slow the car down in second gear. This exit is very tricky. We want to cut it a little bit, otherwise the car will really want to step out, and the sausage curbs don't really bother the car too much. Braking before 100-meter board and trying not to hit the sausage on the inside there. Very tricky as you can't see it until the last moment. And then the back straight, we just stay to the right side. It is slightly curved, so we always want the shortest line. Be careful not to cross this line on the brakes, as that will invalidate your lap and might give you a warning. Braking a little bit before 150-meter line. Gonna probably brake at it with the sub speed that the Lambo has. Once again, braking at the line here. Careful on the exit, the car really wants to step out of here. Braking at where the rubber starts here, and once again trying not to hit the sausage curb on the inside. For this corner, we're turning in, we're lifting just after the first apex, and then getting back on power when the car is ready to rotate. That was a little bit too late on the first one, so we went a bit wide. Here we're braking like a car length into the rubber line. Can use the curb there, and for this one we're braking just when the rubber line starts. And that is a lap guide of Cota. Very tricky track, definitely requires quite a lot of experience. Alright, so here's the setup. We have gone quite a bit more meta, apart from the positive toe on the rear. This is very much what you'd expect to see, maybe a little bit off the beaten track. We are using basically none of the suspension settings that we can. Low preload, stiff front roll bar, soft rear. We just really want to find the traction on this circuit. It is quite important to have that. The dampers as well, very much ACC meta thing. Do they really give you much of an advantage? I definitely did my best lap on this kind of a setup, so That is what I'm going to show off. I did my lap on 84 millimeters of brake, but I think it's a bit of an overkill. 80 might not be enough. As you saw, the car was quite understeering in sector 3, so somewhere between 80 and 84 would probably be where I end up, depending on the scenario. For quali, maybe 84 is optimal, but for the race, you can go down as low as 80 and we'll be fine with that. But yeah, that being said, not the best car here, but if you learn the track, you still can do quite well, because this is not a track that a lot of people enjoy practicing on due to the very strict track limits. So best of luck. I'll leave you off with a hot lap and see you on the next one.